Right, so the topic of today's video is all about the sprinkler system. We've got it working. So what I'll do, because quite a few of you were looking forward to that earlier on, is show you how it works. Even though it is the rain season, we don't envisage using it that much over the next few weeks. But I'll show you today. It didn't rain yesterday, and yeah. So let's go through the system together. There's Sue. She's come to pack some orders of some trees. So yeah, we've got quite a few orders over the weekend. Don't forget, everyone, Patnaree has a buy 5 get 1 free and free delivery. So let's get back into the topic. This is the pump at the back of the field, and that goes all the way down the back into the middle. I'll show you that in a bit. It also, with that blue pipe there, we use it to fill up the pond, but as you can see, it's rather full. In the last sort of week, it's rained really heavy, so I haven't been topping it up. It's doing it itself, and this is what we will use for the third pump. Okay, so I'll take you to the second pump, and that's more or less in the middle of a field over there. Right, everybody, so that's at the front of the farm. See the fence there? All right, if I turn around, you can see this pump. This was the first pump that we had dug, the first well, if you like. Now, at first, it was very weak. However, the more we've used it, the stronger it's become. So when I first started using this, I could only run it for about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes at a time. Wait for the well to fill up again. Now I can pretty much use it all day, every day. So that is getting bigger. So that's the second pump. So that one also, you can see the piping system. That one goes into the field to water, and just like the other one, the first one, it goes all the way down to the pond and to help top up the pond. All right, so that's pump number 2. All right, you're gonna think this is overkill, but it's worth it. You know, if you want to save a bit of time, we could run it on 2 pumps, but you don't get as many rows at the same time. This we put in last week, not because we needed it, but we're getting ready for the dry season. So you've got one solar cell, and you might be able to see it just there, one pump. That one is feeding directly from the pond. Now, in the dry season, we might need 2, but we'll wait on that one. We'll see. Not just going to spend money if we don't need it. So that's the pump setup. 3 pumps to do the 4 rye. Okay, now, what about piping? So basically, what we've done, you can see here we've got 1-inch pipe going across the field, and there's 14 rows, 100 meters each one. You do the math, that's 1,400 meters of the 1-inch pipe. The 2-inch pipe, that goes halfway. So there's one of those. There's three of those, one from each pump, right? And then it shoots off into the 1 inch. And then, of course, you've got the sprinklers. So quite a lot of piping. We used a tractor to dig out the channels. We've tested it over the last few weeks. We've had some leakages. We've had some bursts, you know. But in general, we've got it working now. So it's time to switch it on. And then I'll tell you how much it costs. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think it's too much, not enough? Would you have done anything differently? Would you, you know, yeah, we're always open for comment. So let me know down below. Yeah, so let's turn it on. Let's check it out. So I'm doing this on my own, right? So I'll turn it all on, and yeah, Patnaree's super busy. She's got a big order over the weekend, so, which is always good, isn't it? Right? Always good to get some trees sold. We've got a lot of spare, so that's that. I'll turn it all on. I'll get it all going, and then I'll talk you through that. Right, so I've turned on the first 6 rows. Now let's start turning on the pumps in the middle. Very easy. Just flick that on. It's 9 a.m. so that comes on very quickly. Close that in a bit. Right, now I'll go and do the middle one next to the pond. So this one will take its feed from the pond. You've got the beehive guarding the pond. Now we'll switch on the second one. Okay, there we go, just simple switch. That kicks in. There you can hear, hopefully it's not that loud. Okay, so that's pumping out of the pond. All right, and now we'll turn on the one at the back. There we go. We've just had this built, this big shed. There we go. Switch that on. That's working. And you should see it all start to come out. Takes a few seconds, obviously. Water's got to fill up. But you can see it all working. Some are better than others. I've turned on 6. So this is the first row. You can see that's quite strong. Strong enough. Okay. Some too strong. But in general, you've got 6 rows all working nicely. And when I say 6 rows, I mean all the way along. So now I'm in the middle. Okay. There's the clong. So I'm still walking, looking at both sides, both looking marvelous. Okay. Right. And of course, how many litres a day? Well, There are, oops, nearly fell, 400 trees. I'm gonna be using around about, oh, that one's not turned on properly. Let me turn this on. There you go, it's a bit better. I would say about 100 litres. No, that's wrong. I'm going to use about 4,000 litres a day. Okay, now, when the pond is a bit lower, then I'll just do from the ground. Which means, though, that it takes longer. Okay, but you can see, this is row 2, working fine, strong enough. Leave it for about 20 minutes. And this is row 3. Perfectly running smoothly. This is row 4. Again, look how strong that is. Absolutely fine. And I'll do row 5. There we go. Absolutely fine. And row 6. There we go. And right. As you can see, 14 rows. I can do 7, but it's not as strong. So I could do it in 2 batches, but it's not as strong. So I just do it in 6. That's enough. Gives me time to chill, relax. 10, 15 minutes, and jobs are good, and as we say. Right, now, I suppose you want to know what the cost is. Well, I'm going to include digging for the boreholes. I'm going to include the pipe. I'm going to include labour for putting the pipe in, and the sprinklers, okay? The cost breakdown. As I said, I'm going to include digging the bores. This first one, as I mentioned earlier, didn't work very well when they first dug it. So they dug the one at the back near the Clong, near the river. Both of those, 19,000 baht. Okay, then you've got a pump in each one. Each pump, I think, cost around about 8,000, 9,000 baht. So that's 37,000 baht, say. Then you've got the cost of the blue piping. Now the blue pipe cost around about, from what Patnaree said, around about 40,000 baht. I would add another 10,000 for labour. Don't forget, you've got to pay people to cover it back as well, and connect all the sprinklers. So I'd say that's about another 10,000 baht. So 19, let's say 19 and 19. Okay, that's what, 38 plus 10, 48, plus another 40, 88. Let's say rounded up, 90,000 baht, not including this solar and pump, the one we've just put in this week. All in, the pump was 7,000, the solar was 2,000, connecting it, etc. That was 12,000 baht. Okay, so over 100,000 baht. That seems a lot, doesn't it? But if you think about the amount of material, the amount of work, etc., that's gone into this, it's well worth it. And yeah, so any questions? Drop them down below. Maybe any comments? Maybe you think we've done the wrong thing. Maybe it was too expensive. But a lot of labour we've done ourselves. But some of the labour we haven't. One of the things we did do this week is cover this solar. Why am I not including the solar in that price? Because we had that solar from a previous farm. So we just recycled that. And yeah, we put that in this week. Makes for a very nice shed. Stops the two-legged foxes stealing things. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3 posts wide. It's quite cool in here as well. So you can put all that stuff in here very neatly. All right, so as I said, drop down your comments. What do you think? Too expensive, not enough, blah, blah, blah. Good deal. What would you have done differently if you got a farm? The thing is, as I said, it is rain season, so I've only put that on for you today as an example. I'll be turning it off in a minute because it's going to rain. You can see the clouds behind me. So that's perfect for the dry season. We tested it, it works, everything's working great. And yeah, I would say if I had to do it all, it's going to take me maybe 30 minutes a day. I'm more likely to water them in the evening rather than the hot sun, because the water just evaporates. It's better in the evening. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. So Patnaree is super busy today. As I said, she's got orders coming in. She's dealing with those. What do you think how it looks anyway? Just think it like less than 3 months ago. This was just a bare field. I think we went to, first time we went to see Toon and Lee and visited their farm. We just started planting. Let's get rid of that. See that? That's below the graft. So, don't want that. Yeah, so when we first went to go see Toon and Lee, this was just starting to get planted. So 2 months ago, I think. And look at it. It's amazing how quickly it's grown. Right, couple of updates. Number one, the fence. The local Tabon council, if you like, they're coming out this week. They're doing an official measurement of the land. They've already been out and done an unofficial, and we're well within our borderlines. In fact, ironically, they who are complaining are on our land. But we're talking like a foot. We're not talking a great deal. So I'm not that fussed about that. I'm not going to start moving fence posts and stuff. Today they come out, they put the red posts in, and that's that. And that has cost the lady, I don't know, but it's cost a good couple of $1,000 baht to do that. all for the sake of about 5 inches of one post. It's cost her money, right? Because she made the complaint. So that's that. Now the bees. We did go to the other bee farm, but it's kind of misadvertised. It's wild honey. So the wild honey that you buy on the roadside, right? That's basically what it was. It wasn't proper beehive, honeybee. So, and all the bees had gone. And apparently this year they had very few bees. And that's because neighbouring land, they were spraying their potato. So all the bees, they just flew off. So there you go. You've got to be really careful. I know that these farmers here, they don't spray. They just let the rice grow. Also on the field over here to the side, the same family, they don't spray, just let it go. Naturally, they don't really have time to farm these fields properly, to be honest. So I'd still like to buy that land over there. So maybe in a couple of years, who knows. But yeah, this farm over here, he doesn't spray. He just plants his rice and lets it grow. The clong's quite high at the moment, just like, but look at all that there. I need to get a wetsuit, get in there, get all that out for fertilizer. But it's not that clean, that water. Right, so beehives, back to that, waffling. I did buy a stingless beehive with some bees in it, right? So let's, if you've looked at my Facebook, you will have seen a little video of my little beehive with the little people in it. And yeah, we'll see how this goes, and if it goes okay, we'll get more. But let me show you these Itimar bees. I hope you can see them. You might be able to see them there, just around the front. Seem really happy. So what do you think? All good. Okay, so there we go. It's all looking lovely. Hope you can see the difference in the how it looks. Whoops. So yeah, see the difference, right? Just even cutting the grass, right? Just cutting the grass just shows you how big these trees have got. Still, the mayor, they're still a bit small, but I'm not surprised. They'll probably be about a year behind the others. But yeah, the Lisbon, the Hawaii, the Eureka, the variegated, they're all coming on really strong. There's quite a lot of lemons on them already, especially the Eureka. Going to leave those on. The trees are nearly 2 years old. They're ready. They're good to go. But yeah, so you can see the watering goes very, very quickly. You get a lot of groundwater. So yeah, I'm going to turn it off. So thank you for tuning in, Lemon Farm Warriors. Thank you very much. As always, to the new subscribers. We did reach a target this month, which was 3,000 watch hours. Marvelous. So if we wanted to, we could add memberships, blah blah blah, but we're not going to do that. Had a few comments about, oh, you're working, blah blah blah. It's been made quite clear by immigration, I can do the videos, but the channel is never to be monetized. If I want to be in the videos, if it's just Patnaree, we'll monetize the channel, but you don't make much money on YouTube. It's pennies, right, when you think about it. I do know quite a few YouTubers, and they have to put out 3, 2, 3, 4 videos a week to get any kind of money back. And we've never done it for that. It's all about, hopefully, you guys having an interest in the farm and what we do. Anyway, I'm off. I've got things to do. Drive the wife around. I would say people to see, but I haven't this week. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the videos. Don't forget, Patnaree, like, share, subscribe our channel, and yeah, drop those comments. Always answer, negative or otherwise. If you don't like it, press the thumb down twice. That's always good. All right, anyway, taking that from Jeff Carter. Take it easy. Ciao for now.